It's showtime, folks. Welcome to another Monster Fam Live. We're here. We're talking about Leprechaun Returns with a few guests. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good, man.
Hello.
We're
Welcome to
rocking and
Monster
rolling.
Fam Live. We're live and we're talking about Leprechaun Returns.
It is the spiritual sequel to Leprechaun. I guess we'll go around the horn here. Chunky, what's your experience with Leprechaun and Leprechaun Returns? Was this like the first time you saw this, or what was going on? What was going through your mind in analyzing this?
You don't want to know what was going through my hello. You don't want to know what was going through my mind in general, but this is actually the first Leprechaun film that I have seen all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces of the other ones, but yeah, just like you see them in clip shows and things like that. So the Leprechaun series never really appealed to me, honestly. So and that's probably, I'm not sure if that's a bad thing or not. I still haven't talked to my therapist about that. But this one, it was a good film. You know, it was I enjoyed my time with it. It wasn't a waste of an hour and a half. I'll at least put it that way. But yeah, that's my experience with it so far.
Yeah. What about you, Davis?
I notoriously do not like the Leprechaun films. I find them to be lowbrow entertainment. But This is the thing. If you're going to walk into your first Leprechaun film, it probably should be this one because it's a lot of fun. That's what I took from it. I expected to hate it. What was the last Leprechaun film before this one? I know you guys probably keep track of that.
The last one was Leprechaun Origins, and it was the one that the WWF did, or the WWE.
Oh,
so there hadn't been a Leprechaun movie since like 2003. Ooh. You had the first four. You had the first one and the second one, which were, the Jennifer Aniston one, and then just a normal sequel. Then you had the Vegas sequel, the space sequel, the two Hood sequels, and that all happened from like 94 to 2003. And then there wasn't a Leprechaun movie for like 15 years. And then we got Origins, which was a reboot, and then that did terrible. And then they did Returns, which was like Shuko said, a spiritual sequel to the original, ignoring all the other sequels.
And did you see Origins? Leprechaun Origins?
I have seen them.
What is the origin of the Leprechaun?
Well, so it's a reboot. It totally ignores the character, and it's like this giant monster instead of the tiny leprechaun. And so the origin is just, I don't know, it was just stupid. It was just giving you the origin of a whole new character, really.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
that sounds like it sucks.
We enjoyed it. And AJ, before we jump to you, I want to say hello to Heathen. I gotta say hello to them. How y'all doing?
Hi everyone, sorry we're late.
Fashionably late.
It's okay. It's understood. Time zones, it's one of those things. I don't get it. I leave that to the pros.
Mm-hmm.
But we jumped in at a very informative moment, I can hear.
Yeah, a lot of nods.
We're getting
being bandied about.
Timeline.
One of my favorite things is to break down the timelines of complicated horror franchises. Like how all the Texas Chainsaws intertwine, how all the Leprechauns intertwine is another interesting one.
It's sad that there's so many that you can sit there and be like, I break apart timelines for convoluted horror series.
this is so many. My autism.
I have a PhD in this. I've done all that study.
There should be. So now, AJ, I guess we were. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, no. That's fine. Let's hear what AJ has to say about the Leprechaun Returns.
Leprechaun in general.
I remember watching the movie when it first came out, and it was really scary, but I was really little and probably saw it at a very young age. Maybe I shouldn't have watched it. And then I watched it years later and didn't know what the big deal was. I thought the Leprechaun and the Hood ones were hilarious. And I can't really piece together most of the sequels because they run together in my head. But other than that, they're always entertaining. What are you going to do? Can't complain.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? It's a leprechaun trying to get his freaking gold back. Just give him his gold.
Wow.
Yeah. It's very simple. He just wanted his gold back. That's what it seemed like, That's all he wanted.
It's the plight of the common man. Come on.
I never thought about it that way, but yeah, what are you going to do? What any of us are going to do about fucking Leprechaun? Obviously, you can't kill him.
No, I guess you can't. He just spawns out of his hat again. You got to
They
destroy
keep trying.
everything, apparently. Yeah, I guess you just keep trying. Such is life. He's gonna keep trying to get his gold. You got to keep trying to kill
You know
him.
what? You know what the Leprechaun should do? I'm sorry, Frank. I know you want to talk about the Leprechaun, but I think this is what the Leprechaun should do. He should find that William Devane guy who's always asking people to buy gold. I think the Leprechaun should track him down and get his gold. That's what I think.
That's right.
Doesn't William Devane actually look kind of like a leprechaun? Like a full-size man version of a leprechaun? You guys have no idea who I'm talking about.
Who's
He's a
William?
leprechaun.
Yeah.
He's a leprechaun.
Producer!
With acromegaly.
Pull up a picture of William Devane.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, he does look like a leprechaun.
All
He
right,
looks like
Ethan?
a little too.
Sorry, that was a tangent.
Yeah. No. Heathen, what is y'all's experience, your joint experience when it comes to Leprechaun or Leprechaun Returns or Leprechaun in the Hood? Or
Completely different
anything?
experiences. Like completely different. I guess you watched them all growing up.
Yeah, and you probably hadn't seen any before.
I
me,
hadn't
right?
seen anything before we started going out, and I've seen this
I've
one.
enriched her life in many ways, and Leprechaun
Of course.
is one of the ways.
This one I think is probably only like the third one I've seen. So I don't even know if I've seen the original. I'm
Yeah,
afraid.
you've seen the original.
Did I?
Jennifer
Was that one of
Aniston.
them?
Yeah.
I know she's in it.
Yeah, you've seen that. And you've also seen my favorite one, which is the Vegas one, number 3.
What?
This was actually my first experience of watching a
Vegas.
Leprechaun movie where Warwick Davis wasn't portraying the Leprechaun.
That's right.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
much like many reboots, like after seeing this one, not that I hated it or anything, it was perfectly fine, like a brainless turn your mind off kind of thing for 90 minutes. But if I'm ever in the mood for Leprechaun, I'll still be sticking to Warwick Davis 100%. The guy was good though. The guy that played Leprechaun in this was good. It's just that Warwick Davis has magic.
Yeah,
True.
that was the word I was gonna use. Magic. He's got a little bit more magic to him.
Absolutely.
I personally, my experience with the Leprechaun, I just remember being a little kid in Blockbuster and going into the horror section of movies, and those were always available because rent those.
Yeah.
But I always remember seeing like the covers of like the Leprechaun movies and being like, "What's that about?" And looking up, and my mom used to not like horror movies, right? She was not a horror movie person. She kind of watches them and then like moves around as she watches them. But I clearly remember her saying, "Those movies suck. Like they're not scary. They just suck." Like, and that was shocking for me because she never spoke that way. So me having
brought a side of your mom out that you had never seen.
yeah, she was like, "That movie is terrible." And so when we decided we were going to do Leprechaun Returns, I was like, you know what? I guess I better watch Leprechaun. It was pretty terrible. It was pretty. That one, I mean, it's got a little magic to it, but
there's a weird
it
nostalgia
was pretty bad.
feeling. Like what AJ said is like, for some reason, like we were scared of Chucky and Leprechaun back in the 80s, like when they first came out. We like as a kid, we saw these movies with like tiny little creatures that could kill us, and we were like, these are terrifying. And so if you didn't really watch it as a kid, I could see just thinking it's a shitty movie because you don't have the nostalgia to feel like I used to like it or whatever. But then I do honestly think that Returns is a decent movie. Like that's why I'm glad that all of y'all agreed that it was fun. Like the kills were fun. It brought back Ozzy. It brought back, it tried to bring back Jennifer Aniston in the voice cameo. Like it wrapped things to the original movie in a way that was just like not too overwhelming. You didn't have to be like a full fan of the franchise to understand it. You could watch this movie kind of as a standalone, and it's still just a fun, gory monster killer flick,
You say
No, agreed.
I disagree. I was completely lost throughout the whole thing. I was like,
Yeah,
what is the motivation here? He wants his gold. Why don't they just give him back his gold? Apparently this girl used the gold on this farm thing that she was doing. What were they doing there?
Sustainable. They were like a sustainable crew of doing something with sustainability.
Yeah.
Good for them. Good for them.
Oh, good for them. Yeah.
Yeah.
They had solar panels.
Yeah, didn't we love
Yeah.
the of just women in a sorority doing lots of DIY? I, for one, enjoyed it as a strong, capable woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was great.
in this house, the rule is I do no DIY and I leave it all up to the lady.
Oh, that's progressive.
Yeah.
Not really. I'm just incapable and lazy and unwilling to learn. But
Un-
that's
unwilling to learn.
No, you just got to learn how to put the solar panel on the right way. He was putting it on the right way, if we remember correctly, and she was talking to him the whole time. So I think if he wasn't distracted, that solar panel would have been just put on just right. But since he was distracted the whole time,
I remember that scene.
It was only half correct.
Yeah, not doing things right is a good ploy because, in my previous employ for, big businesses, if they wanted me to do a job, I would do it half-assed if I didn't really like it, so they'd never ask me again.
and that Corinne shaking her head like he does that with me as well. I ask him to do a chore.
Yeah.
It's one of man's greatest creations is weaponized incompetence.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you like to throw out the garbage? Oh, okay.
Here's a question for Heathen, because you're like a couple, and I want to know, how do you think the Leprechaun has enriched your relationship?
There you go. These are the questions we need to ask.
Well, I'm not sure he'd even enriched my life before I even met Karin, because considering, Frank, you said that the Leprechaun kind of frightened you as a child. When I was introduced to Leprechaun, the original, by my dad at a very young age, but I'd already seen Halloween and I'd seen Child's Play, and I think I'd seen a Jason movie. So the Leprechaun didn't really do anything for me in terms of fright or kind of favorite character. So when I introduced Karin to it, it was more of okay, we've gone through this, and this now. What's left? What are kind of just above the dregs? And that's when Leprechaun kind of came out. So in terms of enriching her life, yeah, it's been enriched.
Let's just say this is exactly the kind of movie that when I was younger was the reason I thought I didn't like horror. But now, after having spent so many years watching movies that are so much worse, I could 100% appreciate this for the fun and like you said, the random kills. Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Both of you
Horror
like
movies
it?
just enriched your life in general, because it wasn't your favorite genre when we first met or anything like this. You thought it was pretty dumb, and now I think there's nothing you enjoy better than sitting down to any horror movie, really.
You've broken her.
Absolutely, yeah, I absolutely have, and it's not just movies.
Oh, we don't have to talk about that. You watch a lot of. Can I just say this?
I was not going there.
Can I just say this? You watch a lot of bad films on your channel.
Yeah,
Everybody
we
who's
watch
watching
them so
here.
that you don't have to. We're like a warning.
Yeah.
Don't watch what we're
You
about
may
to
have
tell you.
noticed
salute you for it.
that I enjoy, pointing out flaws in things.
I am also trying to hold back the really good stuff so that, because there's not a lot of it.
Oh.
So I'm going through a load of rubbish first, yeah. Which is still fun.
I do have to
do.
No, and I have to commend you for your American accent. So you do pretty well there. I've seen a couple of them, and I have to applaud them. You're working on them. We got to get you the deep. We got to get you the deep Southern one. But I do have to say,
I can help with that.
that what now?
It's a lifelong quest.
I mean,
these
John's
accents.
obsession with doing accents of any time it's available to him, it's something.
Now we have to hear it.
No.
Oh
Yeah.
no, it's
Oh.
way too much pressure now. This is
it's too much.
I just throw it in
Come
there when no one's expecting it.
All right, let's do our
I
best
do-
Leprechaun impersonation. Ooh, where's me gold?
That's a good
Do
one.
that.
I
Try
like
that
it.
out.
No, there's no topping it. So we're gonna go ahead and let Davis be the only one that did that, and we're gonna move on.
Yeah, clip that. Put it out there
Very good.
out of context.
No context whatsoever.
Say, there's
I
the
would-
Jewish
I would-
guy.
A classic potato angle in this movie. Potatoes, that's a big thing of Leprechaun, especially in the third one, the Vegas one. The guy becomes addicted to potatoes. That's something that really stuck in my head as a youngster. Addicted to potatoes in a horror movie, and then getting your face steamed off later on.
Well, that's a good subject. What's everyone's favorite type of potato for St. Patrick's Day? Because mine is scallop
Is that a
potatoes.
thing?
They're freaking delicious.
Do people eat potatoes on St. Patrick? Is that a thing? Like
That's a
Everybody
thing.
around here,
Just ask.
everybody around here just drinks alcohol for
Beefsteak and
St. Patrick's
potatoes
Day.
and
Guinness and potato.
Listen. I'm a Texan. We have a tomahawk steak with a glass of whiskey. All right. Of course, we have it's St. Patrick's Day. All right. You start off with a glass of whiskey,
I mean, why would Leprechaun be obsessed with potatoes if it's not, a relative thing?
They had a potato famine, didn't they?
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
There's a whole thing with
listen.
Ireland and potatoes,
Yeah.
and just Irish people and potatoes. It's well known in our area of the world. So
yeah, no, not in mine. Or at least not in my region.
In this country,
in Texas, y'all don't even know
the country of Texas.
Y'all don't even know what European nation y'all come from, or whatever South American nation you come from. But like, what I found is that in Texas, I would meet with people and they had no idea what their ancestry was. They're like, "We're American. We're from Texas." I'm like, "I'm a
no, we're Texan."
And yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You have no idea what country your family comes from.
We do. Texas,
no
our own country.
Texas is its own country. It's been that way for years.
But check this out, though. Absolutely not. Chunky's got the right idea. I don't care what they say about you behind your back, Chunky. I think you're all right.
Neither do I. Well, I actually was born in Texas, so I'm actually
there it is,
a native Texan.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
And then I got catapulted over here to the East Coast. So that's about as far as we go.
That's a shame. That's a damn shame.
Texans don't know how to swim. That's just the way it is.
It's true. They're landlocked.
So I guess getting back to the Leprechaun Returns, I guess what did you guys think of like the kills of the movie? If we're gonna talk about it, what were some of your favorite highlights? If it's kills, if it's the quips. Personally, I like the quips, but kills first, I guess.
AJ hasn't talked in a while. What was your favorite kill, AJ?
My favorite. Well, I missed the first part of it, so I don't know. All of them are good. They're inventive. They're fun. I like. Okay, what I do always enjoy is when they can at least show a bunch of blood coming out, and it's not just a quick. Oh, they got hit in the face, and then let's cut away really quick and show everybody screaming. So Leprechaun at least tries to go with that, with the motive of like showing what they're doing. So I always commend him for that.
Yeah, I can appreciate a camera shot that lets it rest during a kill like that. And it's not like a whole bunch of smash. Switch cutting in the editing process, and you got let the scene breathe, let the blood splurt. That's what horror fans want to see. They want to see the full stuff of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Hands down, my favorite was the trash can on the head and then being run over.
Oh yeah, me too, with the fragile sticker.
That was a letterbox, wasn't it?
Oh, letterbox, my bad. Yeah, letterbox over the head or wherever it was, and then being run over. Yeah, fantastic.
I don't know. I kind of liked it when the solar panel, because it was the same guy who'd installed it incorrectly, right? And it comes down and it slices him in half, and then you get the terrible, hilarious, perfect for this movie special effects of like the halves of the body just flopping down. I like it. I'm here for that. Yeah.
The post-box one.
I think the one I laughed at the hardest was with the leaf bin. Where he's rolling on it with the feet and everything, and then he kicks it at the guy. He just goes fly, and it's like the flying part of it was the most hilarious to me, because you might as well have just put a Wilhelm scream in there, and it would have gotten pretty much the same effect.
I was going to choose the solar panel too, because it reminded me so much of Final Destination, the way the glass cuts the I think it was a girl. I forget if it was a girl or a guy in half or whatever. But then, if since you picked it already, I'm gonna go with the sprinkler, where they shove the sprinkler in her mouth and it starts squirting everywhere, because that's a good example of just the continuing to keep the camera on the blood as it occurs. Like they just went with it.
Do you remember the quips that went along with these kills? Like what did the Leprechaun say anything about the solar panel?
I don't remember.
I do remember just being kind of let down by the quips in general compared to the Warwick.
Really? Right? No, I agree. Because KT had a good one. When the solar panel killed, he said that's a carbon neutral kill.
That was solid.
You think the Leprechaun would have said something like that? Oh, the
carbon neutral kill. Yeah.
Oh, that was a good impersonation. Where'd that come from?
That's a good one. Yeah.
I'll take Al Gore of me gold.
But I think that also brings up an interesting point, though, because you're saying that Warwick Davis
better in my head.
Really good. It is. You're saying that Warwick Davis has a little bit more magic, and you've seen more of the Leprechaun films. So like for someone like me that has only seen the first one, they were still trying to go for that, serious kind of tone. This is a horror, but it's kind of comedic. And so you don't get as many quips as you do in Returns, right? So I guess that's an interesting way of putting it. For you guys that have seen like more of the Leprechaun films, why are the clips better in those than they are on this one? Is it just because of Warwick Davis?
It's just it's less forced and has more charm. To put it in a nutshell.
Yeah, and also because back in the day, I mean, that was so new to have a little quippy, small little leprechaun guy, being a foul-mouthed little bastard. That was kind of new, right?
Yeah.
Well, he was like little Arnold Schwarzenegger with all those quips.
Before, that Deadpool movie came out, and it suddenly became like the thing.
Yeah.
But,
yeah. Just little smartasses everywhere. So they've already said all the quips. Like all the quips have already been said in other places. Right. So this little bastard has nothing to work with. I'm sorry to call him a little bastard. Does anybody know the actor that played the Leprechaun in this?
Personally?
They showed his name in the credits, but I didn't recognize it. It wasn't
and I've already forgotten him. So
I like when he was sitting at the end of the truck, and you could see his little legs. I don't know.
His little legs.
It's adorable, I thought.
I think the one thing about
he was. Go ahead.
I think one of the things about the clips in this film, compared to, because like I said, I haven't seen the other movies, but I've seen clips. You see like the kill shots and everything, and you get.
Oh, that's why you and Shuko get along so well, because you just watch clips on.
You're just watching the clips.
Yeah, well, I'm a busy man. A busy lifestyle. Got to maintain that lifestyle. Working out, being nerdy, threatening Ted to fight in the parking lot. That's
going on tour with your with Kyle.
Yeah, looking like Jack Black. It's a full-time job. But I think one of the things about the clips in this film compared. The quips in this film compared to the other ones is the actor who played him did a good job, but his delivery of the lines just seemed a little lazy when you compare it to Warwick Davis and what he did. Warwick just had a little bit more, I guess, energy into how he talked, and I think this guy was trying to be a little bit more threatening and a little bit more on the evil side, where I think Warwick Davis was a little bit more on the playful side. Warwick Davis almost did like an Irish Joker.
Yeah,
I think is maybe one of the best ways to describe it. And I feel like this guy kind of flipped it a little bit. He's like, I'm gonna try and be more evil and more menacing and more threatening. And
I'm gonna be the Joker too, Leprechaun.
Yeah, but a good Joker, not like Jared Leto Joker.
Oh,
that's right. Firing shots.
Wouldn't that be worse?
Everybody's getting it today.
Why didn't the Leprechaun ever go why didn't he go transgender? Why didn't he ever become? Why wasn't there never a gay Leprechaun?
Chainsaw kid, like Leatherface.
Oh yeah.
How they all went gay.
I'm not sure.
You went to Spain.
Whose buttons you were trying?
I don't know.
But
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
How I always ask that question? What if this killer was gay? Instead of killing
that's
people,
always a good setup for a sequel. Yeah.
Why does that sound like a Norm Macdonald joke?
It does, right? Because the light was on. No,
Sorry, everybody. I hit my mic. Oh man.
No, you're good.
I just asked
AJ. Hey, that's fine. You can ask as many questions as you want, Davis. We may not have all the answers. That's why we're here. We're here to discover the answers of the Leprechaun and its lore. And to really dig deep into rich cinema.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think the subtext of the Leprechaun experience is? What do you think that subtext is? I want to bring up Israel and Palestine at this point.
No.
What I want to bring up, I think this is a fun thing that we could, if we want to be horror centric, is I'm thinking to myself as John, as you were saying, this was the last of some of the franchises you showed. Where does the Leprechaun rank in slasher horror killer icons? You got Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers. You got, and I'm not even saying he's close to that, but then you got Chucky, and you got Pumpkinhead, and you got Toxie. Where does Leprechaun rank? What echelon would y'all put him in?
He's got to be below Chucky, right?
I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chucky's number one.
Yeah, he should be.
Number one.
Well, you know what I like about Chucky, not to derail this and talk about Chucky, but the whole continuity is there throughout all the movies.
Well, besides
Leprechaun
that robot reboot that they made.
What?
What?
They
Child's
rebooted
Play
Chucky.
2019.
Oh, yeah.
You're talking about Child's Play. Okay.
That's also
Yeah.
what I love about all the Chuckies until they remade that one.
We don't acknowledge that one.
But then you could say
None of the original guys had anything to do with that technological remake,
Right.
of Robot Chucky. So
Yeah,
they wanted everyone to abandon it before it even came out.
right?
Yeah.
And then the
I
TV
remember
show
that.
came out, and that did better, and we all went back to the OG Chucky. And kind of Leprechaun was one of the only other franchises that had also stayed true to its timeline, because everything up to Back to the Hood is still part of the same timeline. And then you had a reboot, and then you come back to the original timeline again.
All right. I haven't seen a lot of these films.
Yeah.
In 3, he goes to Vegas.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
from there
Yeah,
he goes
meets
to
Chevy
the
Chase
hood.
out there.
2 is
He's
Los
what?
Angeles.
He meets
Did he-
Chevy Chase out in Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he go there to drink himself to death with Elizabeth Shue?
Yeah. Maybe.
Vegas was the perfect Leprechaun one. The In the Hood and In Space and Back to the Hood, they should be way more enjoyable with those titles, in my opinion. I was looking forward to those ones the most out of all of them, just because of the titles and what was going to be going on. And I don't feel like they exploited it as well as they could have done.
I didn't realize. Okay, so he went to Vegas, then he went to the hood, and then he went to space, and then he went back to the hood.
Yeah.
That's a fucking letdown.
He went to Vegas, space, and then to the hood twice.
Oh, wait.
Vegas is 3,
Oh, as
space
you
is
do.
4, and then 5 and 6 are hood back to back.
Oh, okay. Well, still, that's a downgrade. What part of the hood did he go?
Ice Cube's hood.
The bad part.
Compton? Did he go to
The
Compton?
bad part where Ice-T lives. Was it
Ice
Ice-T?
T. I don't know if it was
Yeah.
Ice T, Ice Cube, one of the ices.
I thought he was in Anaconda.
Hey, whoa. Let's get it straight, all right? Because Ice-T and Ice Cube are two different guys. All right. I didn't know who
Wait
you're
a
talking
second.
about.
But they go so well together.
Ice-T's way better.
It's like peanut butter and chocolate. Oh, I don't mean to be racial about this whole thing, but we can move on. But okay, so he went to the
Karen's
West
gone
Coast.
now, so speak freely.
All right. What is her deal about Nosferatu?
What, that it was fucking terrible.
Here we go. I baited him in.
Oh,
Let's talk about how wrong he is.
I liked Nosferatu.
Let's move it away from Nosferatu and
Yeah.
Leprechaun
Okay.
again. See, this Leprechaun didn't manage to hold my attention in terms of storyline and things. So
No.
my mind was going elsewhere, but I kept it, on the subject of Leprechaun. And I started asking myself the hard-hitting questions, like in America, Lucky Charms are wildly popular. And that has translated to box office gold for the Leprechaun franchise, and I just find that quite perplexing, really.
Yeah.
And they've missed out on a collaboration goldmine there.
Yeah.
Unless the Lucky Charms conglomerate company didn't want to be
I'm sure Kellogg's
Leprechaun.
Kellogg's was like all about being associated with these Leprechaun franchises. There's definitely a cereal executive out there that was like, no, thank you.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, no.
and they've done the wrong thing there, because if you're a true businessman, it doesn't really matter that the Leprechaun is bloodthirsty. You've got to think about the money.
Did you imagine the executives like, I chose Michael Jordan over Leprechaun. I made the right choice,
Freddy Krueger is a pedophile, and he's on kids' pajamas and stuff. So,
That's right.
so nothing is off limits.
That's right.
You're right.
Pest dispensers too.
Yeah.
Feel like pest
Yeah,
dispensers, right?
Jeez. So you guys were ranking him as far as where he stands in the horror kind of.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's arbitrary.
That's
Is
like,
down there.
right, 17 is a good pick.
I think like the
AJ.
girl from Urban Legend is above him. What, Tara Reid or something? I don't even know. She might even be
Just-
above
Just Tara
Yeah,
Reid as a
that one.
person.
him. Yeah, Tara Reid.
She did Uwe Boll movies, dude.
She did what?
She did Uwe Boll movies.
Oh well, then
She was in Are You Afraid of the
I
Dark?
love
It's
Uwe
like,
Boll.
yeah, and she was in Sharknado too.
Yes,
I
he
do.
was.
I still stand by
Quality
Take that
film.
back.
Yeah.
Are
AJ,
you
where
trying
do
to-
you rank them? If you
Cool.
oh, sorry.
I think they're in the teens, mid-teens. So I don't know if I'd put them very high up on the list. It's fun. It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think like it's not one of those movies where you tell somebody watch the first one. It's the best one.
Yeah.
So yeah. Keep watching them as they go along, because I think what they do well is exploit all the things that are hilarious about it, and as long as they hold on to that part of it, I think it'll always work. But I could never see this as them go, dude, let's Dark Knight this thing, let's make it real. I want the Leprechaun terrifying, and I want people to cry when they hear his backstory. Like, no,
Oh my god.
it's not. Yeah, I think they use what they have. They use the hilarious ability that he has, and as long as they have a good actor with him, Warwick Davis was great. And I don't know, as I was watching this new guy, I'm not sure that was the strong point of the actor, of the way he delivered lines, but I still think they stick to that. That's why they're good. So yeah, that's about it.
How was Hornswoggle as Leprechaun in the other movie?
Hornswoggle?
Was
Yeah,
Did he
some
play
guy called Hornswoggle from the WWF was Leprechaun in the one.
Yeah,
before.
he didn't speak.
Whoa.
It was a silent monster in that movie.
Huh.
He didn't speak.
Yeah,
That
right.
seems good.
I mean, did you not see it?
No.
If I'm remembering correctly, I've only watched it once, but I believe he was a silent monster in that. So it was like it was a completely different vibe.
Frank, if you'd been listening from the beginning, you would have heard me say that this is my first experience of a Leprechaun movie where Warwick Davis didn't play the Leprechaun.
With Warwick Davis, and that would include the origins. Yeah.
I would say though in the rankings, even though Leprechaun to me isn't in any way like iconic, for want of a better word, I do like the fact that it's got not from the franchise itself, but just in like lore or mythology or whatever it falls under, that you've got so much backstory for leprechauns and got so much to play with, and that's kind of what makes it funny as well. As you guys were just saying, there are things that the leprechaun gets away with, I think, because of who he is. So in that sense, in the teens.
Who just banned Xi Jinping? Is that you?
Yeah. No, it was. I don't know what he was saying, bro. I don't know who that was, and I didn't know if they were just trying to troll or not. I didn't try to ban him though. That's not what I was trying to do.
What happened?
I was just trying to.
What happened to his comment?
Someone popped into YouTube chat talking some weird shit.
Talking about
Well,
Peking duck.
as they do.
It was a Chinese dissident.
No, he was talking about spotted dick. That was
Yeah, that's an English delicacy.
right.
No, yeah.
From what I remember.
Die for him.
Don't you
Sorry,
guys
I got
eat that for
sidetracked.
breakfast over there?
It's not really a breakfast dish, no.
No.
More a late evening snack.
More of a sex act.
I mean, it's something you get creams for in America. So
Oh well.
No, but
Get
what do
your
you guys
insurance
think
to
about
cover
the
it.
shift, I guess, in like horror movies where there's definitely like a subgenre of horror that's just like that horror comedy. I'm starting to really enjoy like looking for those specifically, and I think Leprechaun Returns definitely is gonna fall under that bracket of just like I'm gonna put something stupid on and I'm just gonna enjoy this. What other examples of that have you
Yet
seen?
somehow it's the darkest one.
Yeah,
Yet somehow it is the Dark Knight of leprechauns. Like, but it is still stupid and silly. So what was the question? What do you think of comedy horrors?
no, I guess like
What I'm saying?
like that genre.
So
Like,
what I find so interesting is that I want to focus on the director for a second because I love Steven Kotansky, I think is his last name. Like he made The Void, he made Leprechaun Returns, he made Psycho Gorman, and he made Frankie Frico. And what's really weird to me is The Void is like super fucking dark.
Wait,
Yeah,
you're telling me seriously? The guy that made this Leprechaun movie made The Void.
Yeah. And The Void is extremely dark, and there's nothing funny about it. It's
That's a cool
monsters.
movie.
It's like a Hellraiser, like It's a weird, crazy movie. And then suddenly this was his second movie. And then you had Frankie Frico and Psycho Gorman. And so what you're asking, he's mostly made comedies. Psycho Gorman's a comedy. Frankie Frico's a comedy. This Leprechaun is leaning on comedy. And so it blows my mind that it also blows your mind, John, that his first movie was The Void, because it was not even slightly a comedy. But then he somehow like has perfected this little niche of the genre that he's taken over with like weird monster movies. Psycho Gorman, Frankie Frico. Leprechaun was like, Leprechaun fits in with those two because it's also a weird monster. It just happens to be a franchise. And then he went on and did his own versions of Gremlins and Leprechaun and such. So I love horror comedies. And I like this director a lot in particular.
Well, I love The Void. I wish you'd go back to that kind of
Because
that
it was
style.
so
You've done all these comedies. You need to go back to The Void because that's an underrated movie.
Yeah, it is.
I didn't realize this Leprechaun movie was made in 2018.
Yeah,
I thought it was a new release. I thought that's why the interest in this film was piqued. I didn't know it was so damn old. But I have some other information because I did that preliminary search because I'm a really good co-host.
Thank you.
The little guy that plays the Leprechaun, you know what his name is? Lyndon Porco. Lyndon Porco.
That's a good name.
Isn't that adorable? Lyndon Porco. He's like a Star Wars character.
Yeah, it reminds me of Jack Porkins from Star Wars, who was.
I'm Lyndon Porco. Get to the TIE fighters or whatever. I'm Lyndon Porco with his little legs. Oh, he can go where the R2 goes.
It's a little guy about that big who rides on top of R2 everywhere.
Yeah, what does R2 do? He just has like a little thing that comes out of his head and he fixes things. But Lyndon Porco with the little stubby arms and shit. All right, sorry, we'll move on.
No, watch about.
I can see you're all leaving me on this one.
How you talk about R2D2, all right? That's the only thing I was going to get at. That was the only thing. That's the only thing I was going to draw at. But also, what did you guys think of our protagonists in this one? Like, do you even remember any of their names? Because this is, again, another one of those horror movies. No idea who any of them were.
Are you supposed to remember the names of the characters in a horror movie?
Lana?
That's a thing?
I think that's the...
No, I guess...
Lana, the main girl?
Yeah, I think the Lana was the main girl. Or Layla, or Lottie, or...
That sounds... Lila.
Umafu or something.
Lila, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I recognize her. Actually, I was trying to remember where I placed her, and it's in, like, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, which is, like, one of the Nick Cage movies that... Yeah. And it's his daughter in that movie is our final girl in Leprechaun Returns. And I couldn't for the life of me. I was like, she's been in something else. So that was a saving point for that. Because, going into it, you see sci-fi original and I was already a little nervous. I'm not going to lie to you. I see a sci-fi original. I thought we were rolling the dice, but it turned out to be okay.
I've also enriched his life with plenty of sci-fi originals. So she's got that to be thankful for as well.
Wait, what's that now?
I've also introduced Karin to many a sci-fi production movie. Another way that I've enriched her life, I was saying.
Karin, how have you enriched John's life?
In DIY skills.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I didn't need DIY skills when I lived by myself. So I just lived in like a white box with nothing hung up.
Right,
That's perfectly understandable.
Your life. That's how I've enriched it.
So basically,
all you
no
need...
as much as I've enriched your life.
He's describing a padded cell. I don't know if you guys noticed that. It's like his ideal place.
I mean, it's comfortable.
Do y'all celebrate St. Patrick's Day in England? Is that a thing, or is that a
any excuse to drink in England is a celebration, and it always falls near my cousin's birthday. So I've pretty much been out every St. Patrick's Day that I can remember from a legal drinking age.
Nice. We have like on Long Island here. There's like a huge Irish population. I guess every single town has a St. Patrick's Day parade over the month of March. I could like just go town to town and like the whole town is drunk on a Sunday. It's like at 10 a.m. My town's is tomorrow. It starts right, like I could walk there from my front door in 2 minutes. So I'm gonna be shitty drunk at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Do they serve green Guinness in America?
I'm sure I could find it. Yeah, I'm not a big Guinness fan though.
Yeah, they do.
They do green beers near where I live, and where I live is like one of the top St. Patrick's parties destinations too. So
I thought you were going to say you live near a toxic waste dump.
I mean, there's always that one down the road. You know, I keep on swimming through there trying to get superpowers, but it ain't worked yet. So you know, it
just keeps making me sick.
Yeah, here they do a lot of green beer. Like everything's green beer, and they also we have a big famous fountain too. So it like they'll turn that green for the.
Where are you again, Chunky?
I'm on the East Coast in Georgia, so I'm near Savannah.
Gotcha.
And Savannah's like one of the most popular St. Patrick's Day destinations.
Oh, I thought you were a stripper.
Oh no, at least they love to tell themselves that. At least people who live in Savannah are very proud of that for some reason. But yeah, the St. Patrick's Day festivities are pretty heavy around here.
Nice.
I saw a lone tail.
Adrian?
Sorry, I just get distracted easily. I saw a tail in the heathen camera. I was like, kitty! Give me the gold kitty! I don't know what I was doing. I was just being silly. What were we talking about? Blue or
No,
green?
for
Green beer?
celebrating at St. Patrick's, where AJ's at.
Yeah, you can go out to bars if you want to get into fights. So that's about it. So I rarely ever go out. I find some place to stay. I mean, even one of my bands played at a house party once.
Right.
The police got called because we were very loud and it was very late. But the cops came up and I went to go talk to him. I was like, "Hey, sorry, we're going to turn it off." He's like, "It's fine. I don't care." And then as somebody came over his intercom thing and he was like, "I got to go. Just turn it down." And he ran out of the parking lot. So
He's like, I got a murder to handle.
that's what it was. That's just an example. They were like loud house party at 1 a.m. or dead guy in the road. So
there's a goddamn leprechaun running amok in the neighborhood. Get out of this house party. We got to stop this green goblin.
The leprechaun's in the hood. We gotta go.
Leprechaun
Where is he? He's back in the hood. He went to Mars, then he came back. Now
Not
he's
again.
disrupting the hood again. This is just like the 4th season of The Wire. That's what I think. No, I'm not going to talk to you about The Wire again, Chief. I don't want to talk to you, but I haven't seen it. I heard it's overrated. What? Go
Was
tackle
there an
that
Irish crime
leprechaun
boss
into the
in The Wire?
leprechaun. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh God, I'm dying.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
What were you saying, Heathen? Sorry, John, you were saying something.
What were you saying?
My brain is scrambled by Davis.
I'm sorry.
That was just a
I
flashback
was
to
just thinking
the
about
brain
the
right there.
Leprechaun
Just
Wire with Idris Elba.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. It's because the Leprechaun takes a break in between movies. It's basically between In the Hood and Back to the Hood, where he goes to Baltimore, and it's taking place during the same timeline as The Wire. I think that's what we were getting at.
So the Leprechaun, I think so Jason went to space and Pinhead went to space and Leprechaun went to space and whoever else. But I think the Leprechaun is the most like prominent visitor of places. He went to LA and then Vegas and then space and then the hood and
You know where he's never been? He's never been to Ireland.
to Ireland.
Wait, isn't that
Actually, my question? So good. I was gonna be like, so where should he go next? And that's pretty much the answer.
Oh, I wanted my gold, but what I really want is to connect with my homeland. Oh, he goes there and he meets Conor McGregor.
Now that's a sequel right there. Conor McGregor versus the Leprechaun. Now that
You think it would be a
something right
versus?
there.
I think they should team up.
Oh, you want to team up?
Yeah, the Leprechaun and Conor McGregor go to Ireland. Well, you know, they meet up in Ireland and they see all these Muslim extremists and they talk. Maybe we won't talk about that.
All right,
Maybe
no, pause there.
they're like, oh, we're gonna go.
They
get our
see
gold.
cultural enrichers.
Yeah, that's what I always say.
No,
How
here's what
about seeing
happens.
Leprechaun time travel? I'd like to see him go back in time a bit and
There you go. That's a good one.
medieval times or something.
Why hasn't he done that?
This is what I'm thinking though. Like, forgive me because I just started Leprechaun 2 and I watched the first 5 minutes. Wasn't he in Ireland like back in history, right in the beginning of Leprechaun 2? I thought that's what that was. then again, okay, okay, we're gonna ignore that. I'm just gonna,
Oh.
sorry, I'm putting up.
Never been an island.
Are
Yeah,
you
my
announcing
bad.
plot holes? Absolutely not.
Sorry, everybody. Everybody in the comments later when they watch this will be like, "This fucking
You're
guy,
fucking
Davis,
idiot.
he
You
doesn't
guys
know
did
anything
that
about
part.
fucking Leprechaun." The first fucking 5 minutes he said he came from Ireland. You tell me
I
he
think
is a
for the-
leprechaun.
For the record, we are only supposed to be talking about Leprechaun
it's for
Returns,
the
but we're jumping back and forth. So I mean, we're doing what
As
we
a
can
tradition.
Yeah, I
here.
mean, you can't not talk about them all. Whatever. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Speaking of that, though, Jennifer Aniston, it's her first film, right? I think this
Yeah.
is like one of
It
was her first like feature-length film, Leprechaun.
Yes.
Mhm.
And considering her film output after it, it's arguably her best film.
Oh yeah,
That's not a joke.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And depending on your thoughts on Friends, it might be her best media.
Oh yeah, Leprechaun's definitely her best film. Then her best media in general. Absolutely.
Which begs the question: why didn't she come back? Does she think she's above it? I mean, like I say, nothing else she did, set the world alight in movies. So this
she's
was
not-
her big chance.
definitely
She
think
blew
she's
it.
above
She's not
it.
going to show up for a sci-fi original. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if because there's no way it would have come to it would have been more prestigious straight to DVD or Shudder or Netflix or
Yeah.
something. I think Shudder or Netflix, she may have considered it.
No, she'll never do anything like a leprechaun again.
Yeah.
No.
No, she will. She's gonna
Not-
come back like Sarah Connor does, though. She's
Uh-uh.
gonna have to come
She
back
doesn't
like
have
I
to
have
though.
to
Like
kill this.
someone like a lot of these like Lena Quigley and like a lot of these actresses who end up coming back to like be on Joe Bob. They don't have any other career, and they're like, yeah, I'd love to do Slime Bowl or Rama 2 or whatever, but like Jennifer Aniston doesn't have to do that. We wish she did.
I wish she was in Slime Bolorama. You know what
we
she's
really
doing
need
right now?
to-
She's dating Barack Obama.
Oh, I heard that.
So
Are
she's
we
not
not
going to do
talking
any
about that?
leprechaun films.
I mean, it's relevant. It's relevant. It's
This is news to
podcast
me. I'm
is
here.
more
I'm
like
listening
loose
here with
women
bated
or something at this point. Who's dating who in the celeb scene?
It's a gossip channel now.
you are our
Yeah,
Well, no one ever
so. No, yeah, but
Let me give you the
I
scoop
guess
on
we're-
Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively real quick. Apparently, Justin Baldoni had a pot of gold, and Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds wanted to get it.
Oh wow, I understand that analogy.
That's been your
All right.
gossip corner on Chuco's Cinema Powerhouse place.
The
TMZ.
the literal corner over there with Davis. That's the gossip corner. We're just gonna keep him muted, and then we unmute him, and then it's gonna be the gossip corner for sure.
I like
It's like, all right, Davis, go. 30 seconds of just go.
yeah.
Slow.
Entertain
Oh,
us.
then then I said go, and you did it.
It's highly unprofessional. He just
Can't
doesn't
work
use
under this
talent.
pressure.
Can't. The pressure got to him. No, I guess so. Wrapping it up, I guess where would you put this on as far as some of the Monster Fam films that we've seen? Where would you put Leprechaun Returns? Because I think the last time I hosted one, it was Thanksgiving. I try to keep it on theme. So as far as the last few
You
Monster
only
Fams
do
we've had,
festive specialties.
Holidays.
yeah, we do the holiday specials. They're the Chuco holiday specials, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I didn't mind this one. I'm gonna put a little bow on it and be like, that was enjoyable. That was okay.
Whoa, what does
It
that
was-
mean?
I was expecting.
almost every kill was good. There were like cute chicks in it. Like the production value was good. Like I mean, what else could you ask? That's all you need. There were no titties.
I'll
but
tell
the
you,
titties, I forget.
That's
there were no
exactly
titties.
it. I'm glad you
Yeah.
mentioned that. That's what I was going to say. The
Lock
thing
in,
that you
lock in,
missed
gentlemen.
is the leprechaun should
So
be a
maybe
little
4 out
pervert.
of 5. Yeah, that would have been cool if he was like sneaking into the bathroom and watching.
Yeah.
Like I got no
Right?
problem.
He did
with that
flush the
Twitter
toilet
shit.
while that girl was taking a shower, and that's
Yeah.
messed up. I remember seeing that. I was like, this guy knows
Oh,
what he's
and what-
doing, man. He's just
Well,
fun.
he did make a comment about seeing her naked in the shower. He did talk about her boobs and everything.
And
so.
didn't he lick a girl's foot or something and then make them quit?
Yeah, he was a
This
straight up
is-
ankle
this is
licker.
real-
that
real
was crazy.
Basic stuff. That's like kind of like vanilla. So
I feel like this was a good kind of movie to watch for Monster Fam and to like
And never again.
Yeah, it's a fun one, and it doesn't matter if there are like alerts pinging up every now and then. That's my take on it.
Yeah, I like
Well, that's
that
what
take.
most of the films we watch should be, is something that you don't mind to be distracted during. You know, like it's really hard to watch foreign films because if you have to read the subtitles, you cannot chat during it. You know, so like
That's
watching.
not that host.
Oh my God!
Holy moly!
It's infiltrated.
What's up, Hayes Dog? Hayes Dog
Hayes
has a
Dog.
friend with him.
Hello.
How you doing?
Are you a leprechaun?
Where are you? You're muted.
He's in Vegas, bro. He's looking for the leprechaun in Vegas.
Oh, goodbye.
Oh, he's gone. He
Where's
found
my
him.
leprechaun? He's out of our lives.
Yeah, I don't know. Nagu said he came in with pure energy. He was locked in. He was focused. He's been waiting for this moment. And where is he?
Yeah.
It's like, it's a holiday. I'm going to be off all day. I'm going to watch this movie. He said, I'm going to watch the whole movie, as if that's impressive.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you're going to watch the whole fucking movie?
He's like, no, you can count on me, Chuko. I'm going to be there. I subscribed. I'm there. Where is he?
You know
Where
what?
is he?
You know what Nagu did the other week? He was in
Okay.
Ward's dirty basement, and he watched the full silent film Phantom of the Opera, and he really enjoyed it. Can you imagine?
With all of y'all?
The guy that lives off Blumhouse trash actually enjoyed a silent film.
That's actually it.
It just goes to show that
in the chat
Nagu is
mentioned-
multifaceted. He's multifaceted.
Yeah.
He's a renaissance
He's a
man.
man
He
of
really
different
is.
taste, for sure.
And he's
The
a
one
real
thing he
live
keeps
human
mentioning-
being.
Yeah, we found
He's
that
like-
out one time.
No, I'm fully convinced he's like Ted.
Well,
He might be.
he's able to generate video because we've seen him live on video.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen his house, if you want to call it that. So
Yeah. I like to imagine when I see his house that he's really, really small, and his house is really, really small, and that makes him like scurry around. And
Like Stuart Little?
yeah.
I spent
That's right.
upwards of 15 minutes scouring his neighborhood on Google Maps recently to find the front door to his apartment. It was like it was really difficult because like you can't come down some of the streets because he's in the middle of some
Because
weird...
it's a sulfur mine.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
But I
As
found it
far
like
as the eye can see.
It was fun.
Well, I mean,
That's a good way to end it.
Leprechaun. Yeah, it's a good way to end it. You guys are going to stream Leprechaun, I believe, in MonsterFam, right? We're going to stream.
We're gonna do both of the Hood movies. I think that's
Okay, well, before we do the just tell me what happens in the Hood films. Just tell.
I haven't watched
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
Well, guys,
What do I need
guess
to
we'll
know
wrap it
before
up.
we walk into the Hood films? He already been to space. What happened in space? How'd he die?
Davis,
John, you
Davis.
know,
All you got to know is you got to get the strap. You got to be strapped or get clapped.
He's threatening me with a strap on just because I'm asking
No.
questions.
That's not what I said. I said you got to get the strap or get clapped. That's what I said. Like, there was not a threat there.
It's a
So
used
where's the
strap
lid
on,
on?
apparently.
Not a threat, it's a promise.
That's the way to start this one.
Man,
Do you know what?
Chunky's
I
been
love-
on one with
The
Ted.
first time I ever did one of these was with DeRay, and she was like, "Please don't swear, don't use any curse words." And I just thought that was the
And now
norm.
here we
Now,
are.
About 7 episodes later, talking about fucking strap-ons.
That's right.
Yeah, you got
I
you
never-
got different
I-
vibes.
We're just trying to
You
drive
know,
up
this is
Chuko's
not-
engagement.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
later
Chico.
on. No, it's fine. Later on, when it comes to it, I'll be like, hey guys, no more cursing. It's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late. It's gonna be one of those things where every time we go live on this channel, it's just gonna be one of those things where I'm like, I understand, and it's fine.
Yeah,
Hey,
I think we
I'm
should
not
keep
in
it a safe
control.
space, you know?
I like it more
Express
wild.
yourself.
Certainly.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah, express yourself. Be nice to each other. That's my only rule. Just be nice
This
to
is
each
the
other.
rails,
All right.
and the train is about right there.
And I'll tell you another thing to people watching at home. If you are any like Chinese dissidents, get the hell out of this chat stream because Chuko doesn't want you. He'll kick you right out.
That is not true. That is not true. They were commenting something I didn't want up on the channel. That was it. There's
Oh, hey, Hazy,
Last minute
door
visitor.
bag. All right, Hazy, tell us, who is that white-haired old man you were with? And try to blow out our audio while doing it.
That's my South African friend, Vern.
Oh my God.
We are truly multinational.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Mr. Worldwide.
This is a real assault on our ears. What's happening right now?
Yeah,
I'm at the pub.
yeah, we know.
Yeah. Yeah, at the pub.
At the pub? All right, is someone raping a washer machine behind you? What does that sound? It sounds like appliances having a physical altercation. Sounds like they need lube.
Hazy's playing the part of Magoo tonight.
It's metal.
Yeah, he really is.
Hazy, start wandering around your place, scampering along busy London
And
streets.
I think that is
Oh,
a
you
perfect
scared 'em
way
off.
of saying this is what Leprechaun is like, pretty much. I mean, you know about 10, 15 minutes of Leprechaun content, and then it just kind of goes off the rails with Ozzy. You know? So, but guys, I'm going to say we'll wrap it up. Join us.
But
on
we
Monster
won't,
Fam to watch.
because I have another
No.
tangent. I have another thing that I want to say. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No.
All right,
Wrap it
cool.
up. It's fine. It's
Hey.
fine.
All right. Hey, you guys always have an open invitation on the channel for sure.
When's
these
the
will never
next?
get monetized.
When's the next holiday? So
The
we
next
can
holiday
plan
is
it out.
20. It's April 20th.
April 20th.
Or Easter.
Oh, and there's Easter.
There's
So,
Easter or 14th.
Are there any Easter movies that are any good?
Bunny Man
Only
Massacre.
movies, June 14th.
Oh, you know what? You know what the Leprechaun should do? He should get into one of those habitat for bunnies. I don't know if they have habitats for bunnies, but he should rape a bunny rabbit, and then the bunny rabbit can make little leprechaun guys that are like ugly,
Frank, when's the
ugly little
next Monster
bunny
Fam,
rabbits.
What?
Where's the
When's the next Monster Fam?
Where's the GoFundMe for Davis's movie? Plug it.
Yeah, well, we should. Well, let's plug.
Can't you imagine them?
Let's plug Iron Man Funk, mine and Jack's movie
man.
that does have a GoFundMe. You can look it up on Google. Iron Man Funk. Bill Whedon's acting in it. It has like $7,000 already. Me, Jack, and Bill wrote the script.
Wow.
But when's the next MonsterFamLive? I don't know who wants to host the next one. Heathen, when's the last time y'all hosted one? I forget.
One before this, I think.
What was that?
Yeah, I think so.
When?
The pool is really
Yeah, they were
small.
before me.
So before the previous one, Chuko
No,
had
we
done?
did January. That was it. We did the birthday one.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I remember.
Oh, we did the birthday one.
So DeRay should probably host one. Whatever. We'll figure it out.
All right, I won't be on that
All
one.
You probably won't.
I know that.
Unless you want to
No,
host
we'll
one,
plug-
Davis.
No, well, plug your stuff, guys. Everybody that does anything, makes content, plug whatever you guys got going on. I want you guys to plug your movie for sure. You plug your movie now, and everybody go around. Take your time.
Can I plug my OnlyFans? There's plugs used in it.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way of doing it. Hey, that's fine with me. Plug it, man.
How do we find you?
AJ plug in the hole at OnlyFans. Check me out.
He has me really looking this up.
I don't know if that's real or not, but
No, it's real. I have it bookmarked for some reason.
Open a private
Frank, you got
browser
anything to
window.
plug?
I mean, the movie.
You already did.
Me, yeah, I just plugged.
Yeah,
something.
you did.
Move on to John and Corinne
Davis?
or Davis.
No, I got nothing plugged.
All right, cool. Chunky?
I do stream on Twitch twice a week. Twitch.tv/chunky_code_monkey. We do retro gamings. We do some arcade stuff. We do some horror stuff too. Do different characters and everything. It's a fun time. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, come check me out.
Right on. Heathen, come on, plug.
Beautiful. Yeah, we've got our movie review channel mostly, and we sometimes pop random short stuff on there, like artsy or funny, whatever. And
Whatever.
we have a movie coming out as well eventually. So yeah, if you're interested in indie horror, after these guys have done their movie, we'll have another one for you.
Yeah, not crap indie horror.
No, right on. We're excited about it. So thank you guys for joining us live. jump into the Monster Fam server to catch In the Hood and Back to the Hood, the Leprechaun. Have a good one, guys.
Those are some good wavings.